Other one, I said about the other one. You know what I'm saying? But it's just cool. As long as it record. Jump into it. Shalom Israel, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brakadam, my sisters, Yahweh Shema, Al-Dhan by Hashem Yahweh Shah. This is the Pittsburgh class of Priest and Officer Kwamguan. This is the I.S.U.P.K commanding GEN.YAHANNA, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been bringing out this truth since 1969. We teach the blacks, Hispanics, First Nation men and women are the chosen of the Most High God, and the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks about. So today, we'll talk about some current events, some world news, bring out some scriptures, and we'll jump right into it. So, as always, I got my brother here with me, Trooper Aharon, you know what I'm saying?
What's up, Chris?
Need to take his damn opposites to like it. That our brother, you know, hope we take his opposites test sometime soon, you know. But so we're gonna jump right into it. I sent Trooper Aharon some articles. I'm having him read just a little bit, and we'll break it down. And also the two videos you sent me this morning with Captain Mark.
You break
I
it
got
down.
them all quiet, but then I'm gonna cut those up and make some. Oh man, I was like, man, I'm telling you, it was some
serious.
Heat.
Yes.
Some heat.
Yes.
Yeah, man, it was some heat, man. Because I'm not really on that clubhouse thing, man. And I listened to that, I was like, man,
yeah,
I almost forgot, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he went in.
Yeah,
he went in. He went in. I'm gonna definitely cut that up, throw that on TikTok and on the social sites. So, all right. So the first one we'll bring up is that one about COVID again. We'll bring that up. And brothers and sisters, if you don't know, it's looking like that COVID's coming back again. They got a new variant. You know what I'm saying? So it's about to be winter time, and you know, if you're a sinner, this might be something you need to be worried about. You understand? Because the Most High ain't playing with us. You know, He's destroying America. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what we're going to bring out. We're going to read a little bit of these articles and bring out some scriptures. And you can just go ahead and start from, you know, just read the title. Read the title of it, and then just go ahead into the bubble show.
Con. Explainer, do I need to worry about COVID again? So this is September 7th, right. Reuters. New data from scientists and vaccine makers, Moderna and Pfizer, suggests that a newer, highly mutated variant of the virus that causes COVID-19 is not as alarming as some experts had feared when it was first detected several weeks ago. Okay. Nicknamed Parola on social media, the BA.286 Omicron subvariant is being tracked by both the World Health Organization and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Okay, go to the next one.
It says COVID infections and hospitalizations have been rising in the U.S., Europe, and Asia, but are well below previous peaks. The weekly U.S. hospitalization growth rate slowed for 3 consecutive weeks in August, according to the CDC data for the week ended August 26th.
Okay, read that last paragraph.
As of August 30th, CDC said the BA.286 variant was detected in at least 4 U.S. states and people or wastewater. Delaware on Tuesday said it had detected a BA.286 infection at a hospital. The WHO, I guess that's the World Health Organization, has reported finding BA.286 in at least 6 countries. Continue, sir.
Oh, no, that's it. That's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, what Trooper Aharon is bringing out is, you know, these plagues are coming back. You know what I'm saying? These plagues are coming back. This is something that the Most High is not finished with America, and of course we know that, you know, this is an ongoing thing because of the treatment of the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, First Nation man and woman. So, you know, we've been in oppression and slavery for over 400 years here in America. We've been destroyed under the foot of the oppressor for a long time now. And he's judging this place by plagues and, you know, things like that, storms and different things like that. You see, like I said, the situation out there, Alabama, the boat situation when the brothers united and destroyed those heathens, you know. So the heathens just being embarrassed and destroyed all over the place because it's time for that. You know, we're in the ending times, you know what I mean? And that's pretty much what it looks like. You can jump in on that if you want to say anything about it. But yeah, so And of course, we're gonna bring out some scriptures. I want to get Matthew 24:19. Bring that out first. Let's get that.
24:19. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child.
What does it say?
And woe to them unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right. Woe. You know what woe means?
Destruction.
Right. Come. So destruction. So in these days, this is in the book of Matthew. Okay, so we're talking about the later times. Woe meaning destruction. That's what you see all over America. Destruction. When you see these storms and these firestorms, right? They had them firestorms going on. You got all different types of rainstorms and stuff like that. There's something else I might have you bring out about that later. But woe unto them that are with child. Now, who is with child? That's people, you know what I'm saying? Women bear children, okay? And that's why it says, unto them that give suck in those days. So a woman, it's a dangerous time. You know what I mean? Not saying that we're not supposed to have children or anything, but this is a dangerous time to have a child, when the COVID's on the rise, you know what I mean? There's all these types of, plague stuff going on. So it's a scary thing. I mean, you hear all the time on the news right now, people giving birth to babies and children are dying at a very young age. You just get falling sick and just nobody knows what happens. It's a very scary thing, and that's one of the main reasons. Like, when we had that scare in our slavery, people, brothers and the heathens too, were dropping off like flies in my slavery like 2 years ago. They're literally the same, garage, transportation garage I drive out of. And I mean, these are people that I would talk to daily, and they were just dropping off. And and I had to sit there and think like, I'm driving around, telling what I can pick up, during the day, and I might take this home to my family. And I had a young one. I had a newborn baby at the time. So that's what this is talking about. And we are in these days. That's how you know we're in the last time. This is and remember, this is what, thousands of years ago. So this is how you know the Bible's legit, because it's talking about things thousands of years ago that's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? This is happening to our ancestors, but it's happening now. You can jump in if you want to. So woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. And then verse 20 it says, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, just imagine we're going into what? The winter months now. And it's on the rise. You see what I'm saying? So it's just a very, it's nothing to be worried about if you're in the truth and you're the I.S.U.P.K and the command of GEN.YAHANNA. If you're serving the Lord, you really don't have anything to be worried about if you're not a sinner. But if you're in the world, this is something that you should be worried about, because you don't have the Lord's protection. That's what people don't understand. When these plagues hit the earth and stuff like that, if you don't have the Lord's protection, you're going to die just like the heathen. That's like in the Revelation when it talks about, when of course the oppressor, the Bible speaks about when he's judged in Revelations, the sinners of our nation is going to die right with him. That's and if you're a priest in the I.S.U.P.K or you're somebody who's coming into the truth, to know that, and you have family and know that could possibly happen to your family, that's a very frightening thing, because we constantly fish for our people, and we're trying to wake up our people, and of course the people you live with is the very first people that you want to wake up. You understand? Because you're there next to them every day. So that's a very frightening thing, to have family that's in the world and you're trying to warn them, and then you can know what can possibly happen to them. I have a cousin that told me, I was telling him some things a while back. He said, man, I don't even want to know all that, man. He basically was like, it's frightening to know that. But I'm saying to myself, like, that's why you should want to know it.
You want to get prepared.
Yeah, you don't want to be prepared for what's about to happen. See, and people like that, they're too interested in the world, because that's really what the issue is. It's like the brother knows he has to change certain things and he can't do certain things. And then he's hearing the punishments that's coming. He don't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? He can only see what's right in front of him, the joys and pleasures of America. And that's what he's worried about. And I just could not understand that. Like, how could you not care about what's going to happen? You understand? So it's just a very serious thing. It's a very serious thing. And if I could, let me get 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17. We'll jump into the next scripture. Chapter 15.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, you see, this is talking about, that's how these plagues and these things that's going on, you can't even just you can't fly freely into a place. You can't just cross another state line and go without being, having your COVID vaccinations and stuff like that. I mean, and this is, a few years ago, they had to, I believe they had to cancel the Passover because of this. You know what I mean? We didn't have a Passover in 1 year. Yeah, and that was the first year I was gonna go, but it didn't happen. So we ended up doing it the next year.
Where was that supposed to be at? Do you remember? Or was it the same place, or like was it still Houston? Or
I don't want to say because I'm not sure, but I can't quite remember. But I remember maybe it was New York. I'm not sure. Maybe it might have been. I'm not sure.
Sorry.
No, I'm good. Yeah, but so at that time, like I said, this is how you know when the last times. 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. And remember, when that happened, what was Esau acting like? He was pissed. He couldn't listen. Esau was not trying to hear it. He was like, no holidays, no, I can't travel, I can't go outside. Man, the city was shut down.
Yeah, they were starting to go up against the government.
And that's the spirit. That's the spirit of heathens. They don't care about God's law. They're not worried about what could happen if you disobey. They're worried about fun.
That's it.
Listen, they were going out partying, go ahead.
So I remember they were having, even the young children, like college, they was having COVID parties. Remember that?
Yeah, God.
So they could catch it.
Yeah. Listen, they would have parties, and then the next day on the news you would hear 100 people infected with COVID, and they didn't even. It was like, as long as they get that enjoyment, they did not care. That's how, like I said, the oppressor is this. He has no interest in serving. First of all, he does not know
that same spirit.
You cannot tell him that he can't roam the world freely and do what he wants. That's what it was about. A man shall desire to go to a city and shall not be able. Go ahead to verse 18. We're going to jump right into that.
This is verse 18. For because of their pride.
Because of their what?
Because of their pride.
Because of their what?
Because of their pride.
Go ahead.
The city shall be troubled.
Uh-huh.
The houses shall be destroyed.
Uh-huh.
And men shall be afraid.
Their pride. That's the Edomites. They are a prideful people. That is the American military, patriotism, America the Great, the bold, you know what I mean? The eagle. That is America. You understand? For because of their pride, their city shall be destroyed. You see that? Because of how they treated the children of Israel and how they just big themselves up and think that they're just the greatest nation on earth and that they're never going to be brought down. I remember Chief Head Priest Ariel said that, and I remember the first thing I sent you back in the day. He's like, "You think you're never going down?" He's like, "Yeah, that's one of my best favorite ones." He's like, you walk around with your chest stuck up, like you this is, it's the truth. That's what it's talking about. Who else can it be talking about? It ain't talking about nobody else carries this aura. You know what I mean? Than the Edomites, than the so-called white man. You know what I mean?
Want any judgment done to them.
Right, God, heavy. You just brought that out. Right. That's the other side of it. They really believe that they can be this way and not be judged by the Most High. If you go into history, you will clearly see that the Most High has judged and punished everyone that disobeyed or didn't keep his laws or defiled the land. You understand that? That's what he does. The Romans was probably, before this, it might have been the greatest kingdom before, what you got now. And that was the Edomite kingdom. And they got destroyed. And they ruled for a long time. And they had a lot of the whole world almost subdued. So what do you think is going to happen to America? What do you think? We're the very children of the Most High God. And look what happened to us in Jerusalem. King Solomon, you know what I mean? Yeah. You see what happened to us. We lost everything. So you think he's not going to judge the heathens, the people that he does not give a damn about? You understand? The only reason that is happening, the only reason why they're above us is because of our disobedience, and the Most High is using them as the rod of our oppression. We wanted to go serve these people.
Put nothing people over top of you.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Look, you trying to be an officer, man? Come on, man. You know what I mean? You ain't. That's my guy. I was teasing, man. This is my guy. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. But and just so you know, your brother and sister, Trooper Aharon, he's sharp on those questions because he watches class. He watches class like a hawk every day. He's sending me videos like a while ago I used to send him videos. Now he's sending me videos catching me up to speed. I'm like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Nah, but that just lets you know he's gonna be a great officer one day. You know what I mean? Because he I be telling him all the time, like he knows more than he thinks he knows. No, that's the truth, man. Because like I said, it's the Most High. You get the Most High hand for that because, like I said, you watching the classes of the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Gen.YAHANNA, we got great leaders above us. I mean, when you put whatever you put your time into, it's going to reflect. Sure. You understand? So just like when I first met Trooper Harun, you know what I mean? He knew every hip hop verse there was. He could recite it. He could recite it like it was. I mean, the whole 16. I'd be like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying? And he was always young, like, man, if I knew the scriptures like this. But look, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening because we put our time into it. So and that's what I think about too, man. The more we study, the more we pay attention to this, the more we put our time into this. That's what's going to happen. So that's it. Let me see. Let's go to verse 19. Read that real quick for me, Buffalo Sean. Very good.
Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, God. See, it's going to get that bad. You see it right now. The plagues are happening. Then it's going to be like, you see how, like you said, what happened? What happened when the oppressors, when Donald Trump didn't get in? What they do?
Storm the Capitol.
You see, it's coming to the point where they're starting to feel like America's not so great anymore for us. You see what I'm saying? That's what they think, even though we're still in oppression, we're still slaves. But to them, they want to have you, under the goddamn, you know what I mean? America's only great when you're 1,000 feet below the concrete and they're standing on you, and you know what I mean? And you can't do anything.
Even when they win, they're still.
Yeah, right. It's like, it's not enough for them until you're just like wiped completely the hell out. You know what I mean? Which is never going to happen because, we're the children of the Most High. Because the Most High has mercy on us, through Christ and everything. But again, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. It's going to get that bad. It's going to get that bad. And that's why coming into the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Gen.YAHANNA is the thing to do. Because, Commander Gen.YAHANNA been telling brothers in the truth and just people in general, hey, stock up those canned goods. You know what I mean? Get ready for this, get ready for that. Yeah, right. He's been saying that for a long time. You know what I mean? So, and everything that he has said has pretty much come to pass. You know what I mean? And you know why? Because it's not his words. It's what Christ and the Most High revealed to him. You know what I mean? Because make no mistake about it, Commander Gen.YAHANNA is the man that the Most High and Christ chose to lead on this earth. And there's nothing that's going to make me disbelieve that. I mean,
I'm 100% believe that.
If you look what he did with the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I mean? When those other, brothers and sisters, left the truth and it was just left to him and a few, brothers he had under him, he took that and built it up to what you see now. Look at Captain Tazariak. Look at Captain Meshach, Captain Akkad, Captain Katazar, Captain Marwaquad. You know what I mean? Captain Ahmad Yashar. You know what I mean? Officer Hadar. You know what I mean? Like all these great men have come from commanding Gen.YAHANNA, sustaining his place in his truth, and never forgetting what his fathers taught him.
Unreal.
You understand that? That's the only reason why me and you are here. Now, of course, all credit goes to the Most High. You understand that? But again, Commander Gen.YAHANNA is the man that the Most High chose to lead this nation. And like I said, Commander Gen.YAHANNA, he's always thinking what everybody else isn't thinking. You know what I mean? When you think, he can always take it one level step above. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And nobody cares about his people more than Commander Gen.YAHANNA.
I've never seen him, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Commander General Muhammad always says, like, you know what I mean? He's like, but what's it for? The truth. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, but it's facts. Like, Commander Gen.YAHANNA just has that character, and I believe that's also a so-called Benjamite thing too, man. They just about their family. You know what I mean? And he's just a great man. You know what I mean? And like I said, I have never seen anything. We was raised to, learn about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, and all these people, and you can find holes in all their doctrines and the things that they've done. I've never seen anything negative about Commanding General Yohanna, nothing. He doesn't exalt himself. He's a regular brother. He dwells right with his people. He ain't riding around in a Range Rover and you know what I mean, in a $500,000, $5 million jet. So that's legit there. Let me see. I sent you a couple of them. Do the let me see. Get the one about the tropical cyclone. Read that a little bit of that.
All right. This is I guess this is Fox.
Yeah, Fox Weather.
This is the title. Sprawling post-tropical cyclone leads impact begin as winds, power outages increase in New England.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane Lee has a new description from the National Hurricane Center, but its impact remains the same for New England and the Western Canadian Maritimes. Hurricane or tropical storm force winds, coastal flooding, and areas of heavy rain near the storm center.
Okay, that's enough there. Okay. So you see, now we're talking about hurricanes. And what's that? That's like a windstorm, I know the exact definition of it, but here we go. Let me get give me, I believe it's Job 27 and verse 19. Let's try that. Let me see.
27:19. Con. This is the book of Job, chapter 27, verse 19. The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not.
Keep going.
Verse 20. Terrors take hold on him as waters.
What? Say that again.
Terrors take hold on him as waters.
What's a hurricane? Terrors take hold on him as waters,
and tempest stealeth him away in the night.
You see that? You see, this is what it's. See, again, so when you get these earthquakes, these thunderstorms, rainstorms, you know what I'm saying? That's a tempest. That's a tempest. You see what I'm saying? So the rich man lied down, and he goes on to say on that, he shall not be gathered. He opened up his eyes, and he is not. He's going to perish. And that's what these. And I don't know the so-called death toll, if this has really affected how many people is affected, but I'm pretty sure if you do the history of any hurricanes or any type of thing, there's a death toll. It's destruction to the city or wherever it's at. So this is letting you know the Bible is talking about these things. I mean, this is thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. It's talking about stuff that's happening right now, and it's affecting these rich people, the oppressor, the ones on top in America. You understand that? And that's like General Muhammad says, that's. But what do you say? That's wonderful in my eyes.
Reading on.
He's like, that's excellent in my eyes. Yes, I mean, because these prophecies are coming to fruit. You understand? And that's letting you know it should be a warning to Blacks and Hispanics, First Nation people, that we need to get together. We need to gather together. We need to get our shit together. Salakia. You know what I mean? It's when you see these things, you're not supposed to take them lightly. Just like how, somebody dies in the world and a funeral happens. It's not a good thing.
You're supposed to learn from it.
Exactly. Con. And that's heavy, because that's what I'm saying. You when things happen like that, just like slavery, when I see other brothers go, people going into back to what they call it, when they call them hearings and stuff, and I'm listening to their stories, I'll be like, okay, you know what I mean? Because you can see, like I told you the other day, the one dude, he's a heathen, but his wheels fell off.
Yeah, that was crazy.
His wheels fell off the back of the bus. And it wasn't his fault. Of course, it had to be a maintenance person's fault. But the first thing they asked him is, "Did you do your pre-trip?" He said they tried to put it on him. You see what I'm saying? So, and this has nothing to do with the scriptures, but I'm just saying in general, we're using it as an excuse that preparation. You understand that? So when you see these things happen in the world, you should look at that as, all right, let me tighten up. You know what I mean? Let me do what the Most High says to do. And you should not. That's a wicked thing to sit and think, well, God's not around right now. The Most High's not around. I can get a couple more of these in. A couple more of the sin in. You know what I mean? And then I'll correct myself later. You can't, because you never know when the Most High's going to. You know what I mean? You never know when the judgment's coming or when you can be up out of here for sinning. You understand that? So again, read that 20 for me, verse 20 for me.
This is the book of Job, chapter 27, verse 20.
Yep.
Terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stealeth him away in the night.
21.
The east wind carrieth him away.
The what?
The east wind carrieth him away. And he departeth. And as a storm.
As a what?
As a storm.
As a what?
As a storm hurleth him out of his place.
I mean, what is better than this Bible, man?
Slaga, if I may.
Go ahead, go.
This is the east wind. Those hurricanes come from the east.
You see how heavy these scriptures are? I mean, we didn't make this up. You can go right to your Bible, Job 27 and 21. Start at verse 20. You can see it. You see what I'm saying? Listen, this Bible is our Constitution. And again, this is only for Blacks, Hispanics, First Nation men and women, but it teaches you about your oppressors and other heathens. But this is our book, and it's teaching us how to serve the Most High God and to be righteous men and women, and to be, prepared for when these things happen. Because this place is going to fall. There is no doubt about it. It's going to fall. What kingdom has lasted that has sinned against the Most High? None. You can go back to ancient Babylon, as great as ancient Egypt. We still talking about that.
So much.
Oh man, listen, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in the world, I was watching brother Egypt. Let me read these books. The Egyptian pyramids.
Right.
This is, what I mean? Akhenaten. You know what I mean? It's just lies that they have given us. But everything has been wiped out. All of it. Every kingdom, the Romans, the Arabs. You know what I mean? Greeks. All of them. You hear about Alexander. You hear about Ptolemy. You hear about all these different people. Julius Caesar, Mark Antony. All these people, all these kingdoms have been wiped out. And we're in one today. And guess what? His is about to be wiped out. You understand that? And guess what? Ours is coming. And this kingdom is going to be forever. It's going to be forever. Christ's kingdom is going to be forever. And that's a beautiful thing in my eyes. You know what I mean? Because that means we rule forever. You understand? Getting a taste of this oppression here in America, and you know what I mean? It just has me thinking, how great could rulership be? I mean, just think about it. I mean, yeah, like the scripture says, like you brought that out to me last week. You said, man, the scripture says, you can't even
imagine what he has in store.
Yeah, right.
I'm paraphrasing.
Right, God. I mean, and you can, you know what I mean? But just imagine, I think about, King David and King Solomon and all their glory and the times that they had, you know what I mean? But just imagine Christ's kingdom, man. Christ's kingdom.
I think about it every day, all day.
I want to walk in a room and it was you know what I mean? Listen, I'm telling you, I just want to walk in a room and they just like, you know what I mean? You know how you be, and every black person can attest to this. You want a slavery or something like that.
They come in.
The supervisor come in.
Yeah.
You act like, you know what I mean? You doing work, and you act like, you know what I mean? Oh, how you doing?
Stop
How you
talking.
doing? Yeah.
Everybody was talking about
Yeah.
Why?
And he walk in, we'd be in the garage. The presser walk in, everybody, hey, what's up, man? What's that?
Yeah.
You gotta act like you like the book. You know what I mean? But just imagine when we who's the Journal Market always talk about the games they're gonna come up with for them.
Oh yeah. That's completely.
Yeah, we go, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a beautiful day, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get one more. There's one more I sent you. Do the Seattle Police Union response. You got one. Okay. And of course, don't ever forget that these oppressors, you are not desired in their eyes. You understand that? No matter who you are, what you look like, no matter what you got going on for you, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're Jay-Z, whoever, is a prominent black person, is rich or whatever, Steve Harvey, whoever it is, these oppressors see you as a nigga forever. Mm-hmm. You're a nigga. You understand? Salakia, but that's just what it is. And we're gonna bring out an article about something pretty much hits on something like that. Go ahead.
All right, this is Seattle Police Union responds to outrage over officers saying a woman run over police had limited value.
Run over by police.
Did I say that right? Run over by police had limited value.
Mm-hmm. All right, read a little bit.
The story says, the Seattle Police Officers Guild said Friday that there is much more detail and nuance to body cam footage released this week that captures one of its leaders saying the life of a woman who was killed by another officer had limited value.
Mm.
In the body camera footage released Monday by the Seattle Police Department, Officer Daniel Arter, who is the vice president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild, laughs and suggests the city should just write a check after a marked patrol vehicle driven by Officer Kevin Dave struck and killed Jahnavi Kandula
Sound like something. Go ahead.
in a crosswalk on January 23rd. Dave was driving 74 miles per hour on the way to a priority 1 call when he hit Kandula 23, and Ador was assigned to evaluate whether Dave was impaired, according to a police investigation report.
All right, you stop there. Now let me see something first, because I want to make sure. All right. Now, I'm not 100% sure what nationality this woman is. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be. But it still is a point I'm trying to make. The oppressor does not give a damn about anybody but his own people. And sometimes don't even give a damn about his own. You understand that? So let's just say this is a Black and Hispanic man or woman, and we can use plenty examples of this. You got here in Pittsburgh, you had Antoine Rose Jr. You know what I mean? Do you remember downtown when at the what's the restaurant, the pizza that's been down there for a long time? Anyway, the sister went up in there and the damn owner beat her up.
That's like a
Milano's, yeah, Milano's. Beat this Black woman up like she was a man on camera and everything.
To the guy.
Yeah.
You know, Slocky, if I may, the man who either was going to testify or he had video footage, he ended up getting killed in Homewood like 2 weeks later. He never even, the guy walked. The owner or whoever was working in that shop never went to jail. The guy who was going to testify was a Jake.
Wow.
Yeah, he got killed. It said he got T-boned on Homewood Avenue. I mean, Frankstown and Washington Boulevard. I seen the footage. If you get T-boned, there was no damage to his car. I'm like, how did he get T-boned if there's no damage?
He died?
He died. I'm going to try to bring up that, find that story. It's hard to, with stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
It's covered up. The story might have been deleted out of the whole system. Who knows?
I didn't know that. I didn't, and that's a few of many situations where heathens have hurt our people, and there's nothing done about it. So, like I said, this situation where this officer and this woman, we're not sure if she's a heathen or not. But let's just say, like again, it doesn't matter because we know how the oppressor thinks when it comes to other people, especially the children of Israel. Basically saying, the life is worthless. There's, it doesn't mean anything. Easy, like you said, write them a check. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got one for you now. The situation that just happened in Garfield with the Bill Hardison guy. Now listen, this, the police use people's houses to, try to, get him. You know what I mean? They use, and one of the women works at our slavery, a Black woman. They destroyed her house, broke her windows out, broke her door down. She still has yet to get it fixed. Still. And it's been like 3 weeks.
They should have did the next day fixing everything. Free of charge.
Listen, she's been making, I told her, get a lawyer, do this, and that. They will not help her. They will not help her. I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. I don't know what's going on, but they will not help her. And I'm telling you, they busted her, broke her door down, and just expected her to just sleep in her house at night like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the oppressor is the damn devil that the Bible speaks about. Period. That's just what it is. That's what you need to know. Understand that. That's what you need to know. And this is what I want to bring out. Give me Deuteronomy 28:50. Let's do that. Deuteronomy 28:50.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Okay. Matter of fact, start at 49. Do that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not
All
understand.
right, go to 50.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce what?
Countenance,
Go ahead.
which shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Right, that's talking about our damn oppressor.
Gone.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord, so, this is back, when we were disobeying the Most High God, and, we got, basically put into slavery and, for our punishment, and then he allowed the oppressors to rule over us. So a nation, so I'm talking about a nation from afar, as swift as the eagle, that's the clue right there, because that's talking about the oppressor. That's what he's used on in every aspect of his existence, on his shields, when he goes to war. Actually, I was studying about the siege of Jerusalem when they took over Jerusalem. And you know what they would do to motivate the soldiers? They would take little golden eagles and throw it on the like the towers and stuff like that. And so the Roman soldiers would, like, they know if they retrieve that eagle, it's like a badge of like honor, and you get like some type of incentive for doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, they would take, so when their momentum got, or like, they got low, like morale got low, they would take those golden eagles and throw them on the whatever they were trying to, if they were trying to climb up a wall or something like that, and then they'd be like, and it would say like the not Pompey, but Vespasian or Titus, one of them would like, you retrieve that eagle, you understand? This
reward.
is right. It's like a reward. It's like one of the highest. So if you was to take that back, from a war, it's like you like a hero. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just bringing that up because again, that is the symbol of their, the white man's existence. You know what I'm saying? The eagle. So it says, a nation of swift as the eagle's fly, a nation whose tongue thou shalt understand, a nation that fears countenance. Countenance is how you look in your face. That's the oppressor. He don't give a damn about you being a 4-year-old little boy or little girl to that 90-year-old man or woman, because you know why? Because you're both in the damn slave
Pick the
fields.
cotton.
Right, pick the cotton. The old of our people, our ancestors, be in the field. Imagine, us just, we out here in the heat, even when you at camp and it's hot. You know what I mean? You're pouring with sweat, you know what I mean? You're like, man, this is really feet hurting. Yeah, just imagine a pregnant woman or an older, man or woman, who could really stand up. You see, like at the slavery, when we let down a kneeler and people got the bus, they but just imagine somebody like that working in the fields for hours, 8 or 10, 12 hours.
Sun up, sun down.
Yeah. And you're getting minimum rations of food, water, and it's just going on all day. And then imagine a little 4 to 8-year-old kid or something like that out there too with their parents. Yeah, so that's what, when a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. You see what I'm saying? That's talking about the oppressor. You understand? And that's why we brought this article, because that's what he does. He doesn't have any regard for anything but his white supremacy. You understand that? Go ahead. Yeah, you can jump in.
And his money.
Right. Oh man, listen, that right there, and that's how you get it. You take that money away from you. You take your business away from him. Give it, put our work into our own people, and then he, just like the situation with Kanye West. When they canceled him, and that money went away from the Adidas, what they do? Come back in here, brother. Come back in here. Yeah. Because he ain't trying to miss no money. He's not trying to miss no money. You understand that? So and that's why it's so important when it says gather together, nation I desire. Our separation from them and coming with each other destroys them automatically. You see what I'm saying? Because they can't run a damn kingdom without our service. That's been
everything.
No, it's heavy. Over history, it teaches you Egypt, they had us. The Roman kingdom, they had us.
And they're all great kingdoms.
Right. Babylon, they had us. You know what I mean? And they got us today. And they've all been powerful kingdoms because of our service. You understand that?
It's almost like it collapses without us.
Right. Look at our neighborhoods. Who owns our stores and everything? Heathens, Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, and
if I may, it's not wrong. I don't think it's wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
It's not wrong to just have your own people, like buy from your own people, live with your own people. You can't demonize us for wanting to be with ourselves.
Absolutely not. And we're the only people that get talked about when we do that.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Now, when the so-called Jewish man, when he wants to have his Squirrel Hill, nobody says anything about that. When so-called Africans get together and do whatever they do, dance around poop and all that, whatever they want to do, whatever it is. The point is, it's okay for everybody to gather themselves together and be with each other, but when we do it, it's a problem. You understand that? Because they know, he knows that that's the source of our power and our rulership to come.
and every nation comes over here and lives off of us, basically.
Gone. Yeah, like I said, when those heathens come over here, the white man says, look, you break bread with us, we're gonna put you right over here in Northview Heights. We're gonna put you over here in Garfield Commons. We're gonna put you over here on the north side.
And who knows what other, not to cut you off, but who knows what other drug operations going on other than a corner store.
Listen, and that's exactly what's going on. They come over here just like when they allowed them Ukrainians and the Afghans to come in here. You know what I mean? They were doing scams and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like, but they never get punished or penalized for the things they
never
do.
hear nothing.
It's like I said, they're over here committing crimes, but they're targeting us. We're the ones getting pulled over by police. You understand? We're the ones dying and being murdered by the police. So again, and this is all because of our disobedience to the Most High God, our lack of knowledge and disobeying God. If we serve the Most High God, all these things will go away from us. You understand that? Because once we're serving man, you understand that, and we're serving the oppressor. This is why this is happening to us. Once we take ourselves out of that spiritually and serve the Most High God and love each other, we can't lose. It's just that simple. Let's get give me Genesis 3:1. We're about to get up out of here. Genesis 3:1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Read it again.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Read it again.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Stop right there. All right. Now who's the serpent?
Esau's the serpent.
Right. The oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks about. What does it mean to be subtle?
Slicks,
crafty.
Right.
And he is. He's very crafty. You know what he's very crafty at? Making you serve him and disobeying the Most High God. Making you think fun is more important than the service of the Most High God. He puts things out there that distract you. Sports. You know what I mean? Drugs, alcohol. You know what I mean? All different types of things. It's not unlawful for you to drink, but you understand what I'm getting to. You understand? He's very crafty, and he's also very crafty at watching you, watching us. You understand that? He studies us, and then he finds a way to destroy us. You understand that? He's very crafty at getting into our organizations and infiltrating, you know what I mean, and causing mischief between us. You know what I mean? This is what he does. He's a very crafty. He you know what I mean? This is how like the heathens, the Japanese, Chinese, they study our culture when they come over here and make a damn zillion dollars off of nails, hair, all these different things. These people are crafty against us. You understand that? They're very crafty.
Confederate against it.
Yeah, right.
Say that's a lot.
Is that that's happy you brought that out because you're right. They are confederate against us. They have teamed up and they know the oppression of us, sustains them. Read that again from the top of me.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Right, and that's also letting you know that people can be like beasts too. You know what I mean? Because the field is the world. You know what I mean? And of course, we are a beast as well, especially when we don't have the laws, statutes, and commands of the Most High God. But that oppressor, the devil that the Bible speaks about, is more crafty and cunning than anyone. You know what I mean? And you got to watch out for that if you're a Black, Hispanic, First Nation man and woman, because his job is to get you to sin. You know what I mean? Remember, he's empowered by Satan. So his job is to make you sin, and Satan goes back and tells the Most High, look, this dude ain't worth your salvation. He's following me. You know what I mean? He's a man of white man, which is my servant, and you know what I mean? And I'm, you know what I mean? And he, Satan's doing the work of the Most High. He's here to tempt you to see, Satan is not against the Most High. He works. He has a job to do too. But he goes back. Right, God. That's in Job. That's the Job. He tells you, he had a council where he was reporting to the Most High. Right. He goes to and fro on the earth, looking to see if, and cause mischief and to see if you're disobeying the Most High God. And he goes back. Hey, this brother, you know what I mean? He's not what you think he is. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. And serving, following the oppressor is serving Satan, and you're disobeying the Most High God. All right. So I don't know if anything you want to jump in on or wrap it up.
I'm pretty good, sir.
Okay, wrap it. Okay, yeah. Again, of course, it's the I.S.U.P.K. Command Gen.YAHANNA. It's on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We have these classes here at the library at Beachview, the Carnegie Library. We have classes Monday through Friday, going about 7 to 9, pretty much in every city. We got a Sabbath service also. We have street camps here in Pittsburgh. We go on Saturdays, from on Market Street, 6th and Market, I believe, from about 1 to 5 p.m. You know what I mean? Again, go online, pay your tithes, ISUPK.com. We got the Day of Atonement coming up. We just had blowing of the trumpets. So you can go online and also ISUPK.org and check out the High Holy Days so you know when they're coming. you know, a couple months we'll have the Passover. So we got cookouts coming up. So again, support this truth. Get online, make your donations, pay your tithes. And again, for Water for tuning in. Shalom, Israel.